Hi everyone, Jaymes Mansfield here bringing you yet another video. Oh my god, hold on, pause. I look just like Tammy Wynette in this hair. Oh my god.
Sometimes it's hard to be a woman.
Anyways, that's a crazy sidebar. Anyways, here we go. Now, today I have a very special treat for you all. I have here a wig that was worn by Eureka O'Hara. Now, bear in mind, I don't know if this is worn on We're Here or where she wore it, but she came by before she moved to LA and dropped off a whole box full of wigs for me, just giving them away to me. And this is one of the wigs that was in the box. It is gorgeous. It's like a rainbow front, and it's in like a big bouffant style, like rainbow and blonde. If y'all know if it was in We're Here, let me know. Comment it down below. I don't know exactly who styled it. If she answers back my text in time, I'll put it right here. But if not, make yourself known. But this is the hair, and I want to try it on because it's such a fun moment. Let's see what it looks like on the head. Okay, now this is the hair, and it's it's seen better days. Bear in mind, Eureka didn't give it to me in this condition. It's sat in a box for a month now. So I found it in my garage. I was like, oh yeah, Eureka did give me a bunch of wigs. So we are going to take this wig, and we're going to transform her. Like, looking at it, I can imagine what she looked like when she was actually styled up and pristine. Yeah. In the meanwhile, right now it's giving me like, you know, a little bit of Nancy Sinatra or like a little bit of like Barbarella, you know, rainbow gay pride Barbarella. Yes. Even messy like this is still kind of a look. But I'm going to take her apart and I'm going to restyle this, okay? I'll be. Welcome back. I have the hair all pinned onto the head. Now, I want to take this apart because I'm curious to see how it was made. Like, again, I'm looking at the color on the wig, and it looks like it was like markered on or something. Because it looks like it's a standard blonde wig, like someone just took mark. Okay, sidebar, scratch that. It's actually a separate frontal sewn to it. Let me see if I can show you. Yes, it is another lace frontal sewn to the wig. That's clever. Like, they took the front of another one and put it on top of this. So it's like 3 wigs in one. Okay, so let me see. Let me take it apart. Let's start looking. Yeah, it is a double stack. There's a wig pinned onto here. I think it's clipped on, actually. There's a little bit of teasing in the front, but not a whole lot. Like, it's almost like a base tease. Inspect. Yeah, there's a safety pin. Let's see if I can get it undone. It's 1, 2. Okay, looks like there's a few in the back as well. 3. Oh, it's a zip tie. Okay. Well, good thing I have scissors. Get in there. Okay, that's 2 zip ties. Is there any more? I think that's it. Oh, there it is. All right, got our topper off. What is this? It's polyfill. And that's like a whole boob's worth. Oh my gosh, that's incredible. I could use that for my boob. All right, that's 1 breast there, 1 titty there. Okay, this is our topper. It was a lace front that they cut the top off of. Like, they cut the lace off of it to make it a little wiglet. Like, I do that all the time. Like, that's clever. See, whoever made this knows their stuff. Okay, she is definitely jacked up in certain places. So I'm gonna take this front section and just clip that out of the way. And we're gonna focus on the back first. We're gonna go backwards with this. Okay, let's put this all together. Clip. Break the neck. Detangling the wig. I'm curious what hairstyle this was. But if it's like rainbow themed, chances are it may have been on We're Here. Who knows? They're very gay on that show. They're very prideful. This back section I may leave as is because that's some pretty good fluff that's already in there. Ugh, speaking of We're Here, Wigs and Grace does wigs for that, Gloria. She just won an Emmy. Congratulations, Gloria. Well deserved. That girl does amazing work. All right, just one little bit section here, and I think she's kind of ready to start getting re-teased. I keep breaking the mannequin's neck. Oh my gosh. Mortal Kombat up in here. I will get to you in a second. Let's see how high I can jack this hair up to. Because the fact that it was a double stack means in its, like, you know, glory days, it was probably huge. And sitting in storage, it probably wilted and got a lot smaller from being smashed underneath stuff. Get some big old country hair out of this. Gay country. Orville Peck. Chase Brown. That one guy that sang the Booty Cheek song. Trixie Mattel. Soon, myself. Latent country career happening. Y'all heard my outro for It's Just Jaymes?
Well, it's over now. Click my next YouTube video. Like, comment, and subscribe.
I got the chops. At least I think so. And confidence is half of it. She's getting big, so that's good. Oh, yes. My lord. Big ass hair is what we want today. Big ass hair is what we shall get. Now, the second round of teasing, like after a wig's been like styled up and it's kind of wilted and gotten a little, you know, loved, is the best hair to re-tease because you get even bigger hair when it's like worked. It's what's that called? Broken in. You broke it in. So that's literally the best hair to tease up and make big. Because the fibers are already been stressed out. So you can just pretty much put them into submission so quickly. Oh yeah, she getting big. We might not even need the double stack, but it's here, we're gonna use it. Now she's giving me a couple of these wigs. Maybe I'll do one for a lifestyle. Let's take a teasing pick to it. Let's see what Eureka has to say. Maybe see if she remembers. All-Star 6. Oh wow, it was the it's the beach ball look. Yes. Okay, so it was like a Rainbow Maryland. That's what it originally was. That's fabulous. Okay, what a great look. All right, update. This wig was styled originally by WIGS and Grace. Good work, Gloria. She's getting pretty big, so that's good. All right, let's keep this front section to itself at the moment. We're gonna get to her later, but I'm gonna start with the wiglet now. So I just need to get a separate wig head. All right, we're gonna take her off for now, but she's got a good tease going to it. Let's get the wiglet on here. So I'm gonna get the wiglet all pinned down. I'll be right back. All right, we have the wiglet all pinned to the head, so we're gonna start teasing it up and jacking it up big, because this is the back piece. This is what creates all the height. So I'm looking at it, and there's like just a base tease in it, so we can really work with this to do something really cute out of it. Let's just start teasing away. Oh yes, here we are. Gorgeous. Jack that down, jack that down, jack that down, jack that down. So yeah, if this is the beach ball, I think that was the latex runway or something was the theme, which I can only imagine what that was like. Oh my God. That's like my biggest fear is wearing all latex. I sweat so profusely. I would just be a puddle. Like, oh my God, I can only imagine. Also, I hate being slimy, so having to like lube my body up in order to put the costume on, no. Because like you have to do that when you wear latex stuff. I learned like you have to like cover your body in lubricant in order to get it on. Like especially if it's like built to be really, really tight. There's just no other way to do it. And I hate feeling slimy. So that would just be like hell on earth for me. All right, she's getting big though, yes. For a top piece, she's gonna be gorgeous. I have to say, for sitting around in my garage for months, she's looking pretty good and she's styling up pretty well. She is a tease. Now I just have to go through and pick it and it's good to go. Because y'all know my biggest goal is to create height with as little augmentation as possible. Like I don't wanna use stuffers. I just want it all to be teasing. Mama's getting exhausted. You can go over here for now. Now, we have this one all ready for its augmentation. And put her on the head. Let's see how big she gets. If I just like pin this here. Just looking at it, it's already like rivaling the size of my screen. I love it. Let's get it all pinned on. Now, you already know how I do this. I have a dedicated video to it, so I'm gonna pin it onto the head and I'll be right back. All right, we are back. I have it all teased up and pinned onto the head. Now it's just a matter of just figuring out what style we want to do with this. Now I'm thinking of going like a real John Waters-y kind of route. Like John Waters celebrates gay pride. So we're gonna try and get ourselves a comb out award. So let's just smooth out this hair as much as we can so that we can see what direction it wants to go. I'm thinking like almost Deborah Harry in the original Hairspray where she had like that big wave. I kind of love that hairstyle. It's called the wave, where it almost looks like, you know, an ocean wave happening on your head. Mothers had that hairstyle, okay? Like, listen to the commentary on the original Hairspray from John Waters, and he's like explaining the history of Baltimore and everything, and like hairstyles. It is fascinating if you're a hair geek like me. Like the lengths women would go to have these big glamorous hairstyles, and all this money they would drop in the hair salon just to like have, you know, that hair hopper fantasy of like an expensive hairdo. Like paying an obnoxious amount of money for a wash and set, and then covering it with toilet paper when you slept at night to make sure the hairstyle stayed that way. I want to know if you're old enough to remember, like, did your mom used to do that? Like sleep with like the rolls of toilet paper clipped to her hair? Like, you know, the full duckbill clips around the toilet paper? I must know, because like that fascinates me. Like I love the little quirky things people used to do to like preserve their hairstyle. There's a little bit of length here, but not a whole lot in the back sections. We're probably just gonna like taper that back and swirl it up because the hair is in really good condition, so I'm happy. Normally I'm used to working with like the worst of the worst, but I love it when like hair comes from like another designer because you know they were taking good care of this. They were thinking about the long run. Like I have a good amount of experience doing this, working with like other people's work secondhand, because I used to do this a lot for Coco when I worked with her at brunch. She'd bring me wigs that like had basically been performed in hundreds of times, and she just want me to revive it and get whatever I can out of it. Like I really am good at that. I love working with like broken in wigs because like they're so much fun to like style up because you never know what you're gonna get. Like it's always interesting to see like what you can create out of something that was like permanently put into a hairstyle. I love that stuff. I mean, I'm just a hair geek. That's what it is. And you get to learn like these awesome things of like what are the quirky things other hairstylists do that you don't do, or like things you learn just from like watching it and like examining it. Like, oh, that is really clever. Okay, I could see why they did that. Never stop learning is the lesson, folks. Where's my got to be glue? There it is. Like even that kind of stuff happening in the hair, like where it starts to wave down like that, play around with that stuff. I love that. Like it just adds personality to a hairstyle. Like I love big fluffy hairstyles because I feel like there's just so much character in them, you know? And it's always interesting to see like what they used to do back in those days to like make hair distinct and stand out. I am going to smooth out this back section and I'll be right back. All right, we are back. I have it all smoothed out. It's looking really cute. Now it's time to do this front section and really just start finishing her off. Finish her off. So I'm gonna start teasing up this front area here because it's really pretty. See what we can do with her. Let's just tease the rest of the sections out and see where we go with it. If you guys don't know, I did start a new channel called Jaymes Mansfield 2 as a way of separating my content. So that's gonna be more of like, you know, my discussions about film and commentary on all sorts of stuff pop culture related, and as well as gaming content as Jaymes Mansfield. That's right, baby, we're gonna be playing video games again. So if you love the Resident Evil content, look for that because I will be in drags playing video games. I'm excited for it because some of those things I don't remember anything of, so it's gonna be exciting to like try and replay them again and see what I remember. A guide through Resident Evil with Jaymes Mansfield, the drag queen, yes. All right, I'm listening to what the hair wants, and it's gonna be a restoration. She wants to be back to her former glory. So we're gonna try and get as close to that as possible. I did cut some layers into this just so the hair will rest a little easier because she was a little long. This side was there, this side was over here. All right, you see her trying to shape up. Yeah, and she's already turning into like a sexy kind of hairstyle. Yes. Okay, let's encourage the sex appeal. A little long. Also, I saw some people commenting on the way I cut synthetic hair. Baby, the way you cut synthetic hair does not work the same way you cut human hair. You're basically trying to like create make-believe, you know, texture in a wig. The synthetic hair does not do the same thing. It doesn't have a follicle. Like it doesn't lay the same way. You basically have to force it into positions. For the most part, she's starting to get back to something like what she was before. She's a little bit more like free and airborne. It's almost like, you know, the fantasy of going into the water and coming back out. Like in Hollywood movies where they come back out and their hair is still like beautiful. But yeah, she is coming out super pretty. Now I should be too surprised because she wasn't in terrible condition when I got it. So that's always like the best way to get a wig to restyle, and when like, you know, when they're already nice. Best case scenario, you know? But no, for the most part, I just gotta smooth her out a little bit and just play around with the style, but she's just about there. But she's looking really beautiful, like a wearable style, so I will start combing through her a little bit more and I'll be right back with the final result. This is the final result. Yes, I think she looks gorgeous. Like again, those broken in wigs always create like the most beautiful brush outs because like the fiber's already like pre-worked. So really you just gotta follow whatever the hair tells you. And this one was telling me she wants to be restored to somewhere close to what she was before. Only the curl was starting to fade out of it. So I decided we're gonna go more of like a windblown, you know, Nancy Sinatra kind of route. I love it. Oh, it's so sexy and fun. I love this. And the pop of color, it reminds me of like those old Pathé videos. Like use a switch and add a pop of color to your hair. Oh yeah, I love it so much. I forget what it's called. It's called like a hair flash. When you add like a little lace front to your hair that's like a different color, pink or something. But I love it. Thank you, Eureka, for the wig. This is gorgeous. You're not getting it back. Thank you, Eureka. I love the hair. And I also have some YouTube super thanks from Martha. Thank you, Martha, so much. Martha, thank you, Martha. As well as Robin. Thank you, Robin. Martha again. Thanks again, Martha. Oh my gosh. And those are my YouTube super thanks. Thank you all so much for the support. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this little celebrity wig restoration. It's always interesting to see how other designers like style wigs and like what hairstyles start to look like after they've been like worked in, you know? Now, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, bye. Now hit the outro.
Click here and see my essential tools for styling, or see me style a wig from Guyso. Come on, click it, you know you want to. If you don't click it, I'll make you wear a wig I found on the ground. So click it. Estoy perdida.